The Resident Evil 4 Remake's release date is just over the horizon, and so far they still haven't said anything about the Separate Ways game mode. And that's what I'm gonna be talking about today, so stick around cause we're about to get straight into this. So if the Separate Ways game mode does make a return in the Resident Evil 4 Remake, it will probably be through character selected campaigns, similar to the Resident Evil 2 Remake, where you were able to choose to play as Leon Kennedy or Claire Redfield. And I honestly think that this would be an overall better way to include this game mode rather than having it be a DLC. And obviously there will be some story changes to fit the new game, but the overall plot should remain fairly the same as the original. And they could also use Separate Ways as a way to expand the role of Wesker and show how he was working behind the scenes with Ada and Krauser. And if you want to know more about how Wesker could be more involved in the Resident Evil 4 Remake, please be sure to check out my last video, which will be in the iCard above. And before we go any further into the video, if you guys could please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, it would be greatly appreciated because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And now with that being said, let's get back to the video. In the original Resident Evil 4, Separate Ways was very short compared to the main game, with the average playthrough of the main game being about 8 hours and the average playthrough of Separate Ways being about 1.5 hours, which is good for a DLC, but as we mentioned earlier, if Separate Ways returns in the remake, it will be part of the main game, which means that it would need quite the big expansion if this is the case. But it would also need to maintain the difference between the two campaigns that it had in the original and not just make Ada's a copy and paste of Leon's campaign. And they could even start Ada's campaign before Wesker sends her out on the mission just to provide a little bit more backstory. And if all these points that I mentioned in this video were implemented into Separate Ways in the Resident Evil 4 Remake, it would truly make the game mode a lot better than it was in the original. And with that being said, that's about all we got for today, so see ya. Well, there you have it, guys. That's how Capcom could make the Separate Ways game mode a lot better in the Resident Evil 4 Remake. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe because I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And with that being said, I'll see you all on the next episode of Bagels Battles.